Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Teitelbaum, and this is part 2 of the series, Recovering from Chronic Fatigue Syndrome and Fibromyalgia. As we discussed in section 1, we talked about our research study showing that 91% of people with CFS and fibromyalgia will improve when you treat the causes of the energy crisis using the SHINE protocol. That means treating sleep, hormonal support, infections, nutritional support, and exercise as able. In this section, we're going to talk about how you can get a good night's sleep, even though your hypothalamic sleep center, that's the fuse we talked about blowing in this disease, is not functioning properly. Now, most of you are lucky if you can get 5 hours of solid sleep a night without repeated wakings because the sleep center really is not working. Although this is not a sleep hygiene problem, once you have a problem sleeping, your sleep hygiene goes down the tubes. So I recommend you read about sleep hygiene issues on my website or in my book, From Fatigue to Fantastic. In addition, I wanted to start with natural remedies that can help improve sleep. I like a mix of 6 herbs called the Revitalizing Sleep Formula made by enzymatic therapy, which is awesome for most people. In CFS, it's very good, but you're not going to be able to get adequate sleep because of the sleep problem only with herbal remedies alone. So we're going to do a mix of natural and prescription therapies. But start with that. If you find that your mind is wide awake at bedtime, it's often because your adrenal cortisol hormone level is too high at night and too low in the morning, where it should be reversed. So if you get this kind of wide awake at night kind of thing, there's a product called Sleep Tonight, available in most health food stores and also on our website, made by enzymatic therapy, which has been shown to lower nighttime cortisol levels so you can sleep. Just 1 tablet a night will do the job, and it can be taken with the Revitalizing Sleep Formula. Adding calcium and magnesium at bedtime and melatonin 1/2 milligram can also sleep, and all of these things can be taken together. Now, because your sleep center is not working, you're going to need a mix of many different things and take whatever it takes in combination to get 7 to 8 hours of solid sleep a night. Medications are often helpful. I would begin with Ambien, and although no one treatment is best for everybody, if you take a look at any 100 people, that's the medication that will be most effective, 10 milligrams at bedtime. You can use the Ambien CR 12.5 milligrams, but that costs $3.50 a tablet as opposed to about 40 cents a tablet, and really isn't any more effective for most people. Half the people prefer the generic, half the Ambien CR. Trazodone, Elevil is the last medicine I'll use, even though it's all that many doctors use because it's very high in side effects. Neurontin, and there's a host of other medications that can be helpful. To see a list of the natural and prescription therapies for sleep, I invite you to look at the article on sleep on my website at vitality101.com. In addition, about 1/3 of you will have restless leg syndrome, where even though you're sleeping, your legs are running a marathon at night. You don't need Requip to treat this. I do not recommend that medication. Treat the iron deficiency, even if your tests are normal, and use Neurontin and Ambien and perhaps Klonopin to suppress the restless legs. In addition, many of you will have sleep apnea where you snore and stop breathing at night. If you have high blood pressure or you fall asleep easily during the day, like falling asleep at the wheel, which is not to be confused with feeling exhausted all day, look for sleep apnea, because that can also help not just to sleep, but the chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. So using this combination, even though you think, Dr. Teitelbaum, there's no way I can get 8 hours sleep a night, having treated over 3,000 people with this illness, I can count on my 2 hands the number of people we've not been able to get solid sleep with our treatment. So it's time for you to get a good night's sleep. This is Dr. Jacob Teitelbaum wishing you great health.